the places that we would be on.
Well, I think at the very least, our recording would start at one. We're what? Oh, geez.
What?
Hey, everybody. Welcome to the show. We are the Relationship Smith. You say it, Zaz.
The Relationship Smith. We did it. We did it. I don't know if you know this, Nathaniel. We are on our 24th episode today.
You know what? I did know that.
I know that. Nobody else did but me. I'm the one that knows that.
Thanks for doing all the research, doing the counting, the very hard looking up a list and the automatic count on it. Yeah, no, I appreciate it. It's awesome. We need more people like you out there in the world, without a doubt. True. Yeah, I'm gonna load up. I'm gonna see how we look on the Twitter. I'm calling it Twitter. Here's why: because the media is doing the exact same thing they did with Prince.
Right.
They're like, X, formerly Twitter. And then, and then when Elon Musk gives up and somebody else buys it and it's Twitter again, it was like, oh, it's Twitter. And they're not going to say formerly X because it never was. Also, the last time I got an email from them saying, hey, you might have a message or whatever the hell's going on, it came from twitter.com. You know, if they're not going to be complete on the name, I'm not either. So
I would argue the difference is that I respected Prince.
Yeah, even with the name change, I mean, I was losing a little bit there. I'm like, come on, man, everybody changes their name now, and you know,
yeah.
I'm still gonna find your music on what was it, Napster? Well, I always thought he changed it just so you couldn't find his music on Napster. Could be wrong on that, but that's how it felt to me.
Didn't the whole like Prince thing start because like they got some infant got a DMCA claim because the mom posted the video of like the baby walking into the background, like Purple Rain was playing, and it was like, no, take their money. it was. I recall it was like something like really. It's just like the domino that kicked everything off, like all of it. Like,
maybe I that's one of the few pop culture things I have not really dug deep into, and you know, I love pop culture, weird trivia.
Yeah,
like how dog got started. Like the lady at McDonald's who burned herself with hot coffee. She basically got $10,000 when all was said and done. You know,
and was really burned. Like they actually were very in the wrong.
Oh, McDonald's was absolutely in the wrong. Yeah. And they should have paid more. I don't, you know, the coffee is served well above what anybody else was serving, well above recommend. It was just like they're doing it as hot as they possibly can because they can.
Can I be a corporate shill for 5 seconds and stick up to them? I recall back in the days when I used to wait at Spaghetti Warehouse.
We could probably put our phone number up and have people.
We can do that. Yeah,
this is real quick. I just remember I served somebody and they were from the UK and they made an observation and this stuck with me to this day where he said, Americans think their water is hot. They never get it hot enough when I make my tea. And from then on, like I was like always like, how do you get hotter than boiling? Like, so. Yeah, maybe somebody said challenge accepted at McDonald's. I'm just saying.
So, yeah, I mean, yeah, there is an absolute limit to how hot you can get water unless there's pressure and then things change and the stuff in the water. Yeah, I get that part. But the serving temperature, like when you keep coffee on the warming rack after it's brewed, like if you poured it right after it's brewed, say, hey, it's rare that they go out that hot, but occasionally they will because we're making a lot of coffee. Fine. But they kept their warmers on super hot. They wanted to go out the door at, I think it was like 160. It was somehow, I don't know. I'm not good with water temperatures, but it was way higher than everybody else who has a coffee shop gives it to people sort of thing. It was very hot. And, you know, I get it. The cup says it's hot and that you know, there were mistakes on her part as well, if I remember correctly. But yeah. Anyway, we're the relationship ship. I can't say it today. It's the relationship show. Call us at 412-254-4829. No, I got it wrong.
Yep.
I like if we keep doing this until we figure it out.
You should say the right one because we also have a Discord server under that proper name. So you want to give it another shot?
The Relationship Smith Show.
Hey.
If you are interested in the Discord server info, I'm going to put that in our chat right now, and we'd love to have you join us there. If you have questions, comments, theories, you want to talk about McDonald's, or I hear there's some controversy going on with the new Wendy's pumpkin spice thing.
I'm sorry. Okay. I don't want to talk about this, but what? What is their controversy about pumpkin spice at Wendy's? Sorry.
People are divided on whether
Never.
it tastes amazing or like shit.
All right, that's not controversy.
That's Wendy's controversy. What do you want?
That's true. Do we have that? Do we have the Wendy's song? Josh, we wanted to.
I bet we do. I bet we have the Wendy's training film song, slightly modified.
Too funny.
I hit play like 10 seconds ago. I'm not sure what's going on.
First off, where did you? Okay, you know what? Speaking of DMCA claim, let's go.
I don't think Wendy's is going to take us down for a slowed down version of their horrible, horrible training film song.
Well, I mean, strike one. We dunked on
I
their.
dare Wendy's to take us down over this.
All right, I think we're good. I think we're good.
Wait,
on that.
doesn't that part of the song address how to serve coffee or tea? It might be tea.
Jeez,
All of the above. You're right.
Yeah. Backstory. on
I
that
could
is
work at Wendy's. That song made remember all their serving requirements and techniques.
I mean, it's a good song.
Yeah.
When did they stop doing that? Like they just said after like 1987, they're like, we don't have budget for this anymore.
I don't know. I would like to get some people who have recently entered the fast food industry to see if they still use training films like at all, like DVD or streamed or what's it even look like? I would like to see what they are doing today. But I'm not
They
going to
must
go.
be getting like private links to see in a browser somewhere. I would imagine.
Before you even show up, because they're not bringing you in and paying you to watch. Like this is what you watch before you show up on your first day.
Yeah.
I could see that. Yeah, I remember I when I worked at Subway and I managed a Subway, we didn't have our training was okay. Show up in the uniform and I will teach you how to put vegetables on bread. It was pretty cool.
I would imagine there were still some that struggled with that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
there were some. You know what? I'm going to tell people to call in. I'm going to tell you a quick Subway story. 412-254-4829. If you have any questions at all, please call in. Comments, your own Subway or fast food or Wendy's story. Give us your opinion on the new pumpkin spice Frosty. They're Frosties there, right? Or is that's Wendy's? So when I started working, well, actually, before I became a manager of this particular Subway in Monongahela, Pennsylvania, it's no longer there, so I feel fine saying that. The carnival was in town, the traveling town fair that most everybody should be aware of. They're usually fun, they're amazing. However, there are some people that travel with these carnivals that are less than savory. One individual walked into the Subway, and he was very, very, very hungover. He could barely announce that he wanted food. So he came up, stood at the counter. He's like, "Wait, what do you want?" "I don't care." Like, "Well, we have a lot of different subs. What do you want?" "Whatever, I don't care." So we picked the most expensive one. I think at that time it was like, whatever. It was like, "Do you want extra meat?" "I don't care. We give him extra meat." Like, what? Okay, what vegetables do you want on this? I said, just make a sandwich. Like, he was so not involved in what we were going to give him that, like, he could have, you might as well just went to the dumpster. So throughout this whole thing, he's just being, and I think he put down like a 20 next to the cash register for whatever it is. And he sat down before we even finished it. And we yell over the thing, "Hey, what do you want? Oil and vinegar? Or do you want French, ranch? What topping do you want on this?" And he said, "I don't care. All of it." He said all of it. So we put on the French dressing, the ranch dressing, the oil and vinegar, the salt and pepper, the oregano. And it's like, "Do you want tartar sauce?" Because we hadn't used it. It's always pulled out. I don't know why, but like we hadn't used it since Easter, which was probably 3 months ago. And he's like, "Yes." So we put a big slather on it. The dude polished it off like it was the finest thing he ever had, burped, and left. And we thought perhaps he might have complained before leaving, but no. He was literally just in some autonomous mode of show up at store, give money, put food in mouth, go back to carnival. It was a surreal and amazing thing. And I'm glad I got to witness it. And the best part was the person who decided to put was probably expired tartar sauce on a sandwich was the owner's nephew, I think. He's related. He could get away with anything, but he's like, I'll do it. I'm like, I'm not getting fired over that. And it was a beautiful thing. So just be careful when you say you want everything on something and you're drunk and being a jerk. That's my relationship advice. One of you have to wake up.
I don't know how you were glad to see that. I'm not happy hearing about it right now.
It was a beautiful thing. Like, and he took his time. He didn't just woof it down. He savored every bite. He had the first half as he wrapped the other one up a little bit. Like, he had the eating part down. He just didn't care what went in his mouth, like, at all. There was no care at all. Like, if he had an allergy, if he hated an item, or he wouldn't have cared, he would have just ate it anyway. Like, it was a human garbage disposal that I got to witness that day.
I've heard it was a common carny trait, was not much minding what goes in their mouth.
I was going to go with the alcoholism part, but actually, I am friends with a person who, in all aspects of the word, for a long time, would have been referred to as a carny, and he hated drinking. So, family man, normal life. So, it's hard for me to go with the stereotype, except for the first guy who was totally, clearly, absolutely.
Yeah. I had a we'll call it acquaintance. She became a carny, and I ran into her like years upon years later. And just randomly, I was working the door at this place, and she walks in. She's like, "You don't recognize me?" And I was like, "No." And she was like, "It's me." And she was like, "You want to hang out later?" I'm like, "I got to work this door," because it was my roommate's place that I was keeping an eye on. And I was like, "I can't." And it so bummed me out because she came in with like 4 guys and they had a blast. And I was like, I want to hang out with them more than anything.
When you say work the door, what do you mean? Like, was it a party and you were like making sure the right people get what do you mean?
Yeah, it was something like that.
There was a hole about 3/4 of the way down the door, and Zaz was on one side.
My mom's nickname is Door.
Yeah.
No, but I'm serious. Like, why couldn't you just walk away and tell someone else to do it if it's just a house party?
No, it was for a friend. It was my roommate. He was I'll give you like $50.
Oh, you were getting paid to do the work.
Yeah.
Like,
Like, hey, he was like,
watching the door and you're like, all right, whatever.
Yeah, he needed somebody that was super saucy like myself. No, he just needed a body there too.
I thought you were going to say responsible for a second.
Oh, no. There's a lot of stories about that we could talk about later in a different podcast.
So let's do that. Speaking of podcasts, actually, speaking of people we've interacted with before, we have finally, it's our fault, went back and watched some Cam Girl. I keep saying Cam Girl. It's Cam Girl.
Yeah, it's Cam Girl.
And we had Ian Truitt on our show, and it was fantastic. You guys really do need to go watch it. It is a fantastic series. It's on YouTube.
Yep.
Look it up. Look for that logo because there's a couple things named Cam Girl out there. I don't have a link handy. It's a little hard to dig for, but if you look for, is his full name? Hit the channel.
I honestly, I can't recall.
You know what? If you look for Cam Girl and then TRUTT, that'll be the right one. I guarantee.
Yeah, I know it's the channel's under his name. I think it's just Ian Truitt.
Ian Truitt. I didn't know it was Gregory Ian or. But anyway,
Ian Truitt. Yep, Ian Truitt.
He was a fantastic guest. I'm going to see if we can get him back to talk about how things are going because it is a really good series and it is quality. And some of the humor, I don't know, it struck. It hit. There were certain scenes where I'm like, he absolutely got this from real life. He talked to somebody, he punched it up and made it funnier. And I would one person I'd really love to get on the show is the main actress. She was phenomenal. And when he was on the show, he explained that she had actually done some improving and filling in because they only had, I think, 10 days to shoot, a very limited time to shoot it. And, when they needed some stuff, she was able to just provide it. And I was impressed by her acting. And now knowing that she did have to improv and did so well, I'm blown away. And she didn't have 20 takes to work around a room. She got it right in a take or two. She had to have in that shooting schedule. So,
yeah,
I would like to talk to her and I think put her on the radar of people that should make it.
Samantha Lauren Charbonneau. I don't want to slaughter the last name.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
We're gonna play that bit back when she's on the show, though. So
yeah, Samantha Lauren Charbonneau. Yeah. So
it's on IMDb.
Yeah. Oh, there you go. Hey, I wasn't that far. Yeah, sharpen up. Yeah. See, I
You
knocked
say
it
it
out.
fast, and they can't tell you're saying it wrong.
Is that how that works? Yeah.
that's-
Yeah.
when I meet people from different cultures, and I just see the spelling of their last name, and I have to say it, I say it real fast.
Yeah.
Now, it's
No,
people
it was,
wrong.
knowing that it was only shot in 10 days too puts a different thing on it. I think the killer part was, and I don't know if maybe I just blanked out there for a second, but the writer's strike is going on. And I think that was like the biggest hit to it, is it was like to release something like that right before the writer's strike. It's just like, we need to go out and watch it because that's your views are important to those guys. And
the thing is, if you hate reality TV like I do, I except for
What?
Cops. Cops was the only reality TV show I liked, the original. It just generally, I never got really into them. It's good to see that there is content still coming out, and I believe he is part of both guilds, and he's not going through the traditional channels, but he still has this done, and it was done before the strike, and his actors, his
you make
crew,
that clear too. Sorry.
people that supported it do need to see it. So it came out when it did. But the great news is, while you don't have a lot of new stuff to watch, this is new, and you are still supporting. And it's worth it. It's worth your time.
Yeah.
And I'm done being a shill for this, but since he was on the show and it is quality entertainment, I'm saying go watch it after this, not now.
Yeah. No, go watch it now. Call 412-254-4829 and we will tell you in real time the story of Cam Girl.
So it starts off.
How awesome would that be? Sorry, Josh.
No, just all of the praise that you guys showered on the main actress is true, but all of that was true. Plus, the subject matter is what it is, and so she is undressed for a lot of this, and I would imagine that is all the more terrifying as an actor. So
yeah, sure,
all the more props to her. I mean, on top of that, but everybody in the show was great. I mean, they seemed like people I could meet, every day, and it was nice because it felt very grounded and very real, but it was funny and it was very well done. So yeah, I'd agree with both you guys there. It was very enjoyable.
I want to be very careful how I say this because I don't want this taken the wrong way, but you saying that made me realize that somebody was half naked during the show, and that is, I was more into the plot and the comedy portions of it because it was weaved so well. The awkward moments were super awkward. Like when she was starting off, it was a spoiler. The first bit of that, she was super awkward. You don't even realize that, there is like a real sex portion there. I mean, there is, you do, but like, it's not like, you're not like, oh, naked. It's the plot is like, driving that. Not
no, and I agree. And I will say this, like, yeah, of course she's playing a cam girl and you don't see nudity, but you do see more of her than you'd see in a everyday actress on a TV show. But the thing is, she's also cute. And I say this with total respect. She's just cute. She's fun to watch. And I don't mean with the clothes on or off thing. I mean, she's just fun to watch. So I think your eyes are drawn to her face and the way she delivers lines. While she could be standing in, underwear and a shirt, you're looking at her face because, she has this quality that makes you want to look at her face.
Yeah.
Even though everything else is absolutely worth looking at.
Yeah.
So I'm trying to walk that line too. That
I was going to say, I was like, can we get out of this minefield now? Because all I want to talk about, and I'm not going to spoil anything. Oh my God, the camera froze in the best part ever. Oh, that was awesome. Is the landlord. That's all I'm going to say. I don't want to say anything else. Just landlord.
It's not even a spoiler. It is the first minute of the first episode. So
just landlord. Just every time landlord's there, I'm like, hey, that's awesome.
Oh, this baseball bat. Yeah. So quality. Hey, again, reminder, we are putting messages out there to please give us a call. But if you are watching right now, and if you happen to be the individual who we talked to last week, now is a great time to call and give us an update. Let us know what's going on. I also talked with somebody this week on Reddit, gave some one-on-one advice. They didn't want to post publicly, and I generally like to post publicly so they get different opinions. But I also, if somebody needs help, I'll give it. So I gave some advice. We went back and forth a little bit. He went on his own to find the show. Really likes it. And I wanted him to call in and get advice from you two in case it's different. Because again, I like people to get advice from more than just me if it's possible. And it's not a difficult subject. It's nothing outrageous. But I thought you guys might have different points of view and he will probably call in later. He told me he would, but everybody has nights that go left or right sometimes when they have plans. So
was the word fishing in their handle?
No, not at all.
Okay, because that person reached back out, so they wouldn't be able to make it because reception. So.
Oh, maybe that was maybe. Oh no. That's a different person. This person actually reached out in ye old message chats. Not Reddit has a chat system which we use mostly, and that's what they. But if you go to their profile and hit new messages, and there's a different area.
Yeah. Was it like I was going to say like an envelope and a stamp, and then you guys would go, "What's a stamp?" And then I have to go through this whole thing where it's like before X was. Never mind.
It's totally that. Yeah.
Yeah. So calls last week. Did we have calls last week? I can't recall.
We did. And that's I just mentioned that because I would like to have.
Sorry, really quick. Right before we got on, Zaz was bragging that he could remember every caller and guest that we've ever had.
Yeah.
He was telling the two of us.
Yeah.
That's true.
Oh, it's only been 24 episodes? That's how we got that number. And Zaz was bragging that he remembered every... I'm sorry. We can continue here. I just want...
Yeah, no. I just got called out in the best way possible. Yeah, and
all right.
It was about hair, right? That was... Did we lose Hammer?
Yeah, I'm here. I'm actually sending out a message. I'm listening, guys.
Oh, okay. I just saw you like glaze over, and I'm like, wait, I'm not getting roasted? What's going on? Usually, like, I'm like, all right, fine. Producer Josh.
So keep going.
Josh, your name and never mind. My potential partner wants to stay friends with their ex.
Oh, hey, can you share that?
Yeah, send that over.
Yeah, we're gonna put it on the screen. We're gonna try some new things.
Oh, okay. Sorry, chat that I'm not moving faster. I'm just trying to. Thanks for looping me in, guys. All right, there you go.
Well, next time be on time.
I was here at 8:00. What do you? It's a half hour early.
No, we threw it out real quick just on just ways to change things up, and if we can get it on the screen, hey, that people might want to read it while we read it. Also, it doesn't look like it's just coming out of your mouth. So if somebody tunes in late, all of a sudden you're the one talking about like you have erectile dysfunction. It's
that
on the
actually,
screen.
I appreciate that. That's actually a really sweet gesture.
Yeah, we don't want to talk about your erectile dysfunction on here.
So today on Erectile Dysfunction Show, this is not awkward at all. This is so funny. Okay.
All right. Yeah.
So we
go ahead and read it off.
Oh, okay. I'm interested in seeing someone who recently, 6 months ago, got out of a 2-year relationship. We both expressed interest in each other, but they recently reconciled with their ex. And although she said she can't see them back together, wants to remain friends and usually...
No, that was me. Sorry.
Okay. Remain friends and casually hang out. I want to respect their boundaries and process, and I trust her, but do feel a little worried about it, especially since we aren't officially dating yet.
What?
I do feel a little weird about it. Was what you said.
Oh, gotcha. You can read it, Josh.
Especially since we aren't officially dating yet. How should I communicate about this, or should I just not say anything and let it play out?
Well, I didn't catch the beginning. I'm going to be honest. No, I was trying to do something, and then I lost that train of thought. She can't seem to be getting back together. Wants to remain friends and casually hang out. I want to respect their boundaries and process. I trust her, but I do feel a little weird about it. The answer is just to talk it out. You started the conversation of how you feel. If you trust this person, You have to trust that they're going to do the right things, but you also do have feelings, and you should at least talk to them. Hey, this is a little weird to me. What can we do to make it better? I don't want to tell you what to do any more than I want you to tell me what to do. What can we find that's a nice middle ground that we could both be comfortable with is, I think, what I'd go with on that one. Yeah, no.
All right.
That one fell apart.
Solid.
Yeah. That was I tried to give the warning sign, like somebody, we're reading here.
Yeah,
no, I just comments. Oh, this is my favorite part. The comments. You always
Oh yeah.
Oh God. Sorry.
It's all right. Still love you.
All right.
Anyway, here there's much good to say. So yeah.
Yeah.
What happened?
The other comments don't matter. It's fine. I think your advice there was pretty solid, and I think that's
well, thank you.
Yeah.
All right. I think we take a deep breath. We go into the next one twice as hard. All right.
Go for it.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, go ahead. What the hell is going on?
As I mentioned, I was trying to do something there, and I was kind of hoping
no, it's okay.
Read something.
Oh,
anyway, but I'm done. I just want to send out a message to a group. Try to get some more activity bubbling through, But I'm done.
Guy's 10 steps ahead every time. Oh, that was too funny.
So anyway, we did have a caller last week. So yeah, I thought you would remember that. But
no, I did. I actually referenced it in a conversation I had with a certain someone who we may have a guest on the show, but let's not talk about that right now.
Well, what was their name?
Lena, the one I was talking to.
No, the person who called in our show last week.
I don't remember I don't remember the caller's name.
I think you said you remembered
everything was actually what I said specifically. I remember everything, every detail of everything.
But yeah, we did have a caller last week, and I'm hoping they called back in that they have good news, because I remember it was they sent a meme. Was that last week or the week before?
No. You're thinking that was 2 weeks ago.
2 weeks ago. That was still a great meme.
We did a whole the next show. We did a whole. There we go. We're gonna be 3 shows in a row. And we're gonna talk about this meme.
She's gonna be.
We got some wheels.
Hopefully, we get her on the show. If anybody knows her, I want to talk to her.
Let's just get out of the intro. We're a half hour in, and we're still in the intro.
It's all right.
But yeah, no, it's somebody was having issues with their significant other with their hair.
Oh right, yeah, I do. You're right.
He was getting roasted on a regular basis. So.
Yeah, I'm hoping
I can't remember her name. So
yeah, no, that's fine. That's fine. I'm hoping she got out of that, and she's in a better place with somebody who's way more positive and supportive. The more I thought about it after the show, and my thinking was that she needs the biggest problem with it is when you're at home, you should be able to dress and feel however you want, and then even when you with your partner, they shouldn't pick on you. Oh, you're not wearing makeup, you're not wearing the hairdo that I like, you're not wearing the clothes I like. At home, none of that applies. And then going out, if you're just going to the store and you want to dress like that, fine. If you want to go to the club like that, it's also fine. But at the very least, your home should be a sanctuary where you could be whatever you want to be and look like whatever you want. It's your home. Even if you're at their home, you should feel that comfortable there too. That's part of the relationship.
Right.
So I just felt bad that she stuck with this negativity, and I hope she got out. I really do.
Yeah, it's quite the bummer. I mean, you're in your safe spot where you want to relax, and the whole. I think what I said was, it's like when someone goes, "Oh, I'm just kidding," but they're not kidding, and you just feel like you have to walk on eggshells. So
what egg? What did you say besides egg?
Eggshells. I thought I said like egg shields.
Brooke Shields.
It feels like walking on for our next show. We're going to be walking on Brooke Shields. So call in at 412-254-4689. 4829.
And we will, if you can get Brooke Shields on the show, that would be awesome.
That would be crazy. Is she still around? She's still doing
Yeah.
it? Yeah.
Well, I think she came out with a book because I saw like just a bunch of media headlines as she talked about how this person treated her like crap, how her mom was, she went through a lot childhood. She was exploited quite a bit, honestly.
Right.
And she went off on people, and called them out and named names. I know this week somebody's calling out. Cindy Crawford called out Oprah for making her like dance around and show off her body on one of her first appearances on the show.
I
She was
mean,
18, maybe 17. She was too young for that, and it maybe back then the culture was different, and I get that, but it was still Oprah who's like, no, you got to spin around, and you're a pretty girl, and people want to see that body, and you're like,
interesting.
Times are different. I get that, but there's still there was a lack of respect for her as a human even then.
Yeah. So 80s, and I'm definitely not using this as a defense. It's just 80s were different. Like 80s were really like you go back and watch like those videos and go on YouTube and vintage videos and vintage entertainment, and it's like 80s were, because I remember everything from the 80s, every detail. I don't forget anything, and it was just like, yeah, people just talked to everybody differently. There was like, I mean, for Pete's sake, you ever watched Short Circuit? The best friend played an Indian guy. It was a white guy playing an Indian guy for a whole movie, and it was just like that was just totally fine in the 80s. Like, yeah, sure, it's yeah.
That was he has addressed that since, like again,
of course
they used the 80s not excuse, but like it was the 80s, and he did do a good job, and he did fairly respectfully. He wasn't trying to make fun of the culture. He was trying to emulate it as an actor.
Yeah.
But that's
but that was stuff they did in the 80s. I mean, Gilbert Gottfried used to host just like movies at late at night, with like half naked girls, and be like, boobs, and they would show R-rated movies like during the day. Like 80s were just, it was the hangover of the 70s. Yeah, it was real crazy.
I do like going back, and even some Disney stuff is problematic.
You think some stuff with Disney?
No. In the 80s. I'm not talking about early Disney, which is absolutely.
I was gonna say, yeah, they're real bad.
Walt Disney showing off his hatred for everything.
Oh my God! I mean, it was like I'll never forget.
Well,
and
not
this
everything.
Wow,
he was pretty cool with most whites.
Hey, you get a chance, read about the story behind the scenes with Pinocchio. Like that's ooh, that's a rough one. And that dude was Mask Off, the guy who voiced Geppetto. Yeah, not comfortable at all. But anyway,
sure. Hey, we're at a lull here, so we're gonna say our phone number one more time: 412-254-4829. Give us a call.
I threw a question. I was sitting on.
Does have another one lined up.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Yeah,
let's
do
that.
Who's reading it?
I don't know. Hello.
Josh, you read it.
Zaz, please.
Yeah, you read.
Oh,
how about we have somebody call in and read it? 412-254-4829.
All right. This we're going to get AI. Oh my God. Can we get an AI to read it? All right, hold on. Can we get AI Short Circuit guy using his voice?
First off, if do you want to have an idea if we can take time to do that? Is that what we're going to do?
Give me 2 seconds.
I'm sorry. Wait, you have that handy?
Yep.
Of course he does. He's Josh. So keep talking while he does it, and then we'll.
I'm sorry. I was taken aback. I mean, he's a superhero. Like Josh.
That's why we pay him the big bucks.
I mean, really, it's we had to fire 7 of our staff to afford Josh, but I get it now.
We didn't fire him. We just told him to not show up anymore.
Yeah, our shareholders will be fine.
Shareholders are fine. That's all we care. That's all we care about, right? Then our top executive salaries.
Oh,
all right.
Text the guy I met at the club. Hello. This is a little embarrassing, but I'm not good at meeting people and I've never dated anyone.
What is going on?
And only talked to this guy for less than 20 minutes. We had similar interests and the conversation was good, and he bought me a drink. He sort of made a joke about how comfy his bed is.
Red
Then
flag.
he asked if I was alone or with friends, and I said with my friends, and he said, "Oh, well, I don't want to keep you from them," and we said bye.
Red flag.
Then I went back to my friends who said, "Go get his number." So I went back and he put his number in my notes and I just said, "Great TYSM" for the drink and left with my friends. Anyways, I've never gotten a guy's number before, so I don't know if I should text him or what to
No.
say. I also don't know what I want out of texting him, but I did like talking to him and had fun during the short conversation. Is it too much to say it was fun meeting you the other night, we should get coffee, or oh, where are you going to be tonight, I'll see what my friends and I are doing, or should I just not text him? I feel like if he wanted my number he would have asked, but he also gave me his number, so I don't know. I've been putting off texting him because it stresses me out. Thanks for any help.
Text him and ask if he wants to go to lunch. So it was great meeting you the other night. Would you like to grab lunch sometime?
Wait, hold on. Josh,
Yeah.
can you highlight some of the replies and have him read the replies?
Sure.
This is the greatest day ever. Oh. I'm sorry, chat. This whole stream is gonna be for his ass's entertainment. This is awesome. Okay, that was great.
That was nice. I like that touch.
Yeah, that was great.
Are there different voices? Can we go with
Well-
sassy?
Say is no, and then it's like, hey, bye.
I like the ha 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 instead of LOL.
This,
Like- That was nice.
oh my god, natural reader, natural reader. Well, okay.
I think we
Thank
have a new
you.
thing I think we have a new thing we're doing. Just
Oh,
so
this is-
you're-
I mean-
you're all aware.
This is all I
So,
want to do now.
He was probably cute BC you were talking to him, but he could be doing that to 10 different girls every weekend. Keep that in mind.
Uh-huh.
If you're
Uh,
cool with that, just say, hey, it's me from the club. See if he responds, and he'll say maybe SMG like
Like
Shake my
she's
gout.
already had the whole two-way conversation with two people she doesn't know, like right
Yeah.
now.
Whoa.
I mean, it,
his interest in he could be texting 10 other girls too, but still so excited for you.
but who cares if
Sorry,
he's
lost the
texting
middle
10
there.
other girls? You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like
What kind of
if he's single,
you're
let him be
dating?
single. You know, like
You're just hanging out at a club. Like, let it go. What? You could be texting 10 other girls. Yeah, probably. And you could be texting 10 other guys. What are you doing? What are you waiting for? Like, I get that everybody has their space, but
yeah, I mean, I wouldn't worry about that. I would just the answer is just text, hey, it's me. You gave me your number the other night at so and so bar. Would you like to go and grab some lunch sometime? That's it. He says yes. You go. You have lunch. You get to find out if he's creepy because I didn't like that bed line so early. And then as soon as you found out with friends, he's like, nope, I'm out. Can't roofie you. Yeah, I went there. It just seems weird. Friends are there. I don't want to talk to you. Go back to your friends. So, I would just take it to lunch. Make it as simple. It doesn't have to be a big date. It doesn't have to be a big deal. He's not your next husband. He's just some guy, and you're going to go have some food for half an hour and see how it goes. And if he says no to that, well, even then you got no.
are you comfortable with a this is going to be a left field one because this isn't necessarily relationship, but I mean, clearly we do things outside of relationship. This one was a friend wants to treat her mom with naturopathic methods. That's not how you say that, is it?
Neuropathic.
That's anyway, wants to use modern medicine and they want to know how to approach it. It's a long. Just sounded
Okay.
something out of the ordinary, but
I mean, the answer is when somebody else is interested in something, you talk to them about it, ask them about if they've done some research, what they found, maybe look around with them, say, let's just make sure it's, how, because a lot of anything medical is going to have a ton of bullshit reviews and just even the search engine optimization on what these people are doing will guarantee that the first 3 or 4 pages of results when you look for reviews or actual talk is all going to be garbage. Honestly, and I know we talk about Reddit a lot. Reddit is a great place to sometimes find the real information from real people. Occasionally, these companies will go and have their shills and fake accounts and they'll post. It was great for me, especially MLM. Yeah, the marketers on here, every time somebody slams somebody as a pyramid scheme, there's 10 accounts that are brand new, all saying, no, I worked with them and now I have millions. You do have to weed some of it out there, but Reddit's a little bit better because you have better other people doing their bullshit sniffing to download it and drop it to the bottom of the page, usually. But do the research with that person. Let them know you're a little worried. And you know, it's still their life. It's still their call. But, you know, try to at least make sure that they've reasoned it out a little bit more and have a discussion, not an argument. Don't tell them what to do. Don't say, I am afraid of this, because, you know, it's not, yes, you're afraid they're not. The point is to get them educated. And if you feel like they could use a little more, but you can't force them.
Yeah, no, absolutely. All right. All I want to do, I'm not going to lie, I just want to rush to the next thing to hear Robot say something and make it say something insane. So my apologies. Not so much. I'm kidding. 412-254-4829.
Get out some more messages.
I read chat. Read the Discord. Yeah, it's you weren't kidding about there's a lag in between conversations. Just for the audience, usually we have a discussion with people before they come on the show, and it used to be pretty instantaneous. Now it's like, yeah, there's a process. So
sure,
yeah, what used to take 12 seconds now is like 12 seconds.
Sweet butthole. Nez is a bad kisser, but Hess got a sweet butthole.
That's true. That is true.
That's the most robotic.
Oh, this is just. Oh, it's such a long one, but you know what's not long for? It's not long for Robot. Can we give Robot a name? There you go, George.
This robot's name is going to be Tony.
What's your name?
Sandwiches.
What's your name? Ezekiel. Fuck you, Ezekiel.
Right now, there's somebody in Ezekiel watching the show just going, really, guys? Really?
You're memeing yourselves.
Oh, coworker one. Sorry. We need a button where just flashes coworker.
All right.
My husband uses the same mop water for weeks and refuses to stop. My husband has only a few household tasks. One of them that he took on is mopping the floors. He has a bucket full of water, maybe 3 gallons, he will use to mop. He puts 2 or 3 cups of pine sol in the bucket and then fills it up. When he is finished, he will put the mop inside the bucket and put the bucket on the porch. He uses the water until I throw it away. The water is often black when I throw it out. He will use the same water to clean up messes. If the dog pees on the floor, he mops it up and then puts the bucket of water back on the porch. This is a major source of contention between us because I think it is incredibly gross. We have gotten into screaming arguments when he has caught me throwing out the mop water. He says the water is fine because the pine sol sterilizes it, and that he worked as a janitor before and he's insulted that I think he doesn't know how to clean a floor. I cleaned a whole school for years and you think I don't know how to clean a regular floor? I have offered to do it myself, but he sees it as an insult to his abilities. Today I stepped into the kitchen and noticed that the entire floor felt grimy and sticky. He was sitting at the table and told me, the dog peed so I thought I'd just do the whole floor. I asked him if he bothered to change out the black water he's been using. He said no. This started a fight, of course. I told him that he made the floors filthy and that I didn't want to expose myself to whatever diseases are growing in the water. And I would be doing all the mopping from now on, with Bona, because we have hardwood floors. He told me he might as well not be in the house because clearly I don't respect any of his choices.
Oh well, yeah. I mean, you hate one thing he
Got
does,
in the
you hate them
car
all.
and drove off. He was gone for hours. Came back and isn't talking to me. I feel like I'm going crazy. Is the Pine Sol actually sufficient? Am I making something huge out of nothing? How am I supposed to fix this when I feel like I've tried to and it hasn't worked? TLDR, my husband uses dirty mop water for weeks.
God, I want this person to call in.
I
Oh
know,
no,
I absolutely.
you've reached the limit.
What is going on here? What is going on?
To the limit. Yeah.
So
5-minute daily limit. All right.
Yeah. So no, it doesn't matter how much Pine Sol you put into dirty water. It's still dirty water. You could kill all the germs, and Pine Sol is not going to do that on that level. You could kill all the germs, and it's still dirty water. You know what I mean? Like,
Yep.
you guys
feel like this
understand
is a
what I'm saying
metaphor.
here.
Yes, this is.
There's a reason it's black, and it's because there's a lot of shit in it.
If you're not willing
Or
to drink
piss,
it,
depending on.
if you're not willing to drink it, it's dirty water.
Yep.
And it's not about his professionalism, and I don't. It explains a lot about my high school floors, to be honest.
I wouldn't drink the water with the Pine Sol in it, but you're otherwise basically right. Yeah.
Well, yeah, it's not clean, is what I'm saying. Like,
Yeah.
even with Pine Sol, it's still technically not clean. But like when it's so what she needs to do is have this conversation and say the floor needs to be clean to both of our specifications. I get that it's good enough for you. It's not good enough for me. If you can't do it the way I want it to be done, then I will do it. Just like you might not like how I cook your steak and you prefer to cook it another way. I don't take it as an insult that you think I don't know how to cook a steak. You can just go ahead and cook it. You know what I mean? Like, it doesn't have to be a fight. He's choosing to make it a fight, and she needs to take that fight out of him by saying, this is something we both share, and I want it a different way than you want it. So if you don't want to do it, I'm glad to take it over, but it's not an insult to you. I want it different, and I can get it to the way you want it and the way I want it, whereas you only want to get it to the way you want it.
Right.
You know, and he's trying to turn it into a fight because I guess he loves mopping.
Yeah, got to double down. That's what we do nowadays. There, Hammer. Sorry,
Yeah.
Nathaniel.
You don't like the one thing I did, therefore you hate everything I hate that I love
Right.
and the way I do things, and I'm
This-
going to leave and be angry at you.
This mopping bucket represents. It's an avatar for everything that I stand for in life. And what you're trying to do is clean it all out. And your advice, honestly, I'm surprised wasn't like, have you guys tried polyamory?
Maybe get another woman in there to clean the floor. Yeah, no, I wasn't going to go there.
No. It's such an innocent. The reason why I laugh is because not the idea of polyamory. It's the idea that this is such an innocent conversation to compare to these. It's like, but at the same time, it means a lot to her and him. So,
Listen, but that's not a bad. I mean, there was a joke at the end there, but what if they hired somebody to come in and clean for them one time, and as a test, they said, "Hey, don't worry about getting a bucket full of new water. We got this one right here, and it's definitely totally okay, right? Person who does this professionally every day. Why don't you tell us?"
I'm betting. See, that violates my one rule with is sex, believe it or not, is that you never involve somebody else without letting them know. Like,
Yeah,
what's
fair.
going on? You know what I mean? Like, I
It's
just felt bad for the
warfare
poor
and sex.
cleaning person. Like, no, this water is disgusting. What kind of maniac would ever put this on a floor? They'd have to be like, and then they throw out all kinds of words. And the husband's just sitting there like, all right, I'm going to have to shoot you now.
I was going to say, because a newspaper article at some point.
we just turned this into
Yeah.
a really disgusting situation.
Yeah.
Can you?
Go ahead.
No, I was just going to ask Josh a small favor. Can you scroll down to the comment section?
Oh,
Because while this is the more tamer of all the posts I've ever read, I see a lot of action going on. Nope. Okay, so they're taking this full on. Yeah, if he goes into a tirade, then it's time to rethink this relationship. Easy, disastrous stuff. And
Well, listen, there's something to fix in a relationship. I don't know if it needs rethought, but yeah.
yeah, do you see the name?
They
too?
are about to have a
Disastrous
child
oven?
together here.
Yeah, I mean, I guess.
That was in parentheses, which was interesting that the voice reader didn't read in parentheses. It's a choice. When you read a story, you should read that out. But anyway,
toss the whole husband out at this point? What is going on, Reddit? What you guys
See
need
if
to sit
anybody
down.
see if anybody mentioned the dog, because I'm just curious. Because I almost went in that direction, but
Oh. When the dog pees.
get rid of the dog.
Yeah.
No, this actually has a good idea, which is use enzymes to clean the dog pee. Otherwise, it thinks it smells like a toilet, and then will continue to do so. So that's
Yeah.
actually helpful advice there.
Yeah.
If it's
Well,
true,
I
I
mean,
don't
the
know.
dog also may have a health issue. When I first started, I'm like, how often does the dog piss on your floors? But there are sometimes health issues, and I fully agree with people who don't give up on the dog, especially an older dog that
Can I
My
can I be
dog-
honest?
Yeah.
Oh, sorry. I didn't mean to cut you off. I didn't
No,
know
say
you were-
I had an older dog, and his last year, he couldn't handle himself like he used to, and he'd pee on the floor. And you know what? He earned it. He'd been
Yeah.
with me for a long time. You've earned that years of I'm not going to yell at you for something like that.
Yeah.
Wow.
I missed a chunk of this while I had to step away for a second. And so when Josh was talking about pee everywhere, I was very confused on how this turned into a simple the mop water's dirty to there's literally piss in a bucket. Now I completely understand. Oh, wait, OP updated at one point. I see
Oh,
up
yeah.
there.
Scroll up a little bit. Oh, gone.
Oh, it's gone. We're never going to see it again. It's okay. 267 comments. Wow. Wow,
Yeah,
Reddit.
you don't always have to go outrageous for people to comment. Like, this is a well-written post either way.
And it wasn't that long ago. At 267. Usually these have like maybe one or two. Just wow. That is
It's a real problem, though, because you can imagine like that echoes with a lot of people in certain ways. There's one thing that sets somebody off, and it sets off the other person too.
Oh, here you go. Look at this. Hammer was right.
What?
Why does your dog pee on the floor? With the time he's saving by not filling up the mop bucket, he could be taking the dog out. The answer is he's old, has
Yeah,
bladder
he-
problems, and
yeah.
doesn't need to be let out if he needs to go, or doesn't ask to be let out if he needs to go. We walk him 6 times a day, but he still has issue.
shit 6 times a day. Good on you. My
Yeah,
God.
no. I'm glad I didn't go there. It's a cheap and easy way to think of it, but like it doesn't even answer their problem, and the problem
No.
is, that you have to reframe the discussion and take importance out of mopping the floor. It's not an important. It's a necessary task. It is not an important relationship thing. It is not. It's somebody who thinks they're good at something, and it doesn't matter if they are or not. Somebody else has a different expectation of how it should be done.
Yeah, and if you want any other cleaning advice, please reach out to us at 412-254-4829.
Or that person who said enzymes, because they're at 100% right. Although with the dog being older, that might not help. It might not help a lot.
Yeah.
And sometimes those enzymes are total bullshit. So read the reviews on those before you buy them. Look at that. Reading reviews
yeah.
again. Look at us go.
All right. Well, there's a coworker one, but now that we ran out of robot voices, it makes me kind of sad because all I want to do is
Hold on. We can fix that.
Oh, yeah. Incognito mode.
Don't pay for robot voices. Yeah.
Incognito mode.
We already had to fire 7 employees to
Incognito.
keep you on the show, so I don't want to have to.
Don't want to get rid of Nigel.
Yeah, we're in our 4th quarter. We haven't budgeted for robot voices. So,
Yeah, we can't do anything till the first quarter because, it's how we do our money.
yeah, you know what they say about budget. If you don't spend it, you don't get it next year. I had a awkward encounter with a 33-year-old male that I like. This is from a 27-year-old female. I only spoke briefly with this guy at a group meetup. The next week, he said hi, and I said hi back. But then he just stared at me, so I went to walk away. When I looked back, he was looking at my butt. I was in shock and didn't know what to do and kept looking at him. He realized I saw and seemed like he froze and then slowly looked away and avoided making eye contact. I started to like him after that, but he has been avoiding me, I think. I feel like his energy is more nervous around me since then. Like he was talking more loudly than usual one time, but maybe I'm imagining it. Another time I was sitting down and he was walking towards me and he held eye contact with me. Someone walked in his way and he walked back into my field of view and held eye contact again for several seconds. Come on, this is funny. I wanted him to know I like him, so I tried to hold eye contact, but I got nervous and started shaking my leg. That's not, I am reading that exactly how it's typed.
I get what she's saying. I do. I understand. She had a nervous little leg thing. Yeah.
Oh, the leg shake. Yeah,
Yeah.
I picture her standing doing like this weird, awkward leg
Shaking
shake.
her leg at him like
Yeah. Like a dog when you pet their belly, you know, she just started doing this leg shake. Yeah, okay, I get
She
it.
peed on the floor. Some dude had to come in and mop it up. Yeah.
Yeah. Enzymes. He looked at my leg finally to break eye contact, and then I looked away. Am I reading too much of this? I am shy, and he avoids me now, so it's hard to start a conversation. That's so sweet. That's actually that's a coworker one, isn't it? Yeah, that's accidentally a coworker. Because I had a whole coworker one lined up for Robot, and
I know, and I know you like the coworkers thing, but I don't think we get to address that here because we didn't get a lot of information about how they work together. You know, like he's boss, she's whatever. So here's my advice: get over your stupid shyness.
Yeah.
That's it. Like you have to. There's something in business and working in office. You might understand this. It's called return on investment, and it basically boils down to
nice.
You have to make an investment to get a return. You have to risk something. You have to invest yourself in the relationship on some level, some minor little level. You have to go out there and make a risk and say, again, I like the lunch idea, and I'm always going to push this. Do you want to go to lunch this weekend? That simple, that easy. That doesn't say you want to have sex. Doesn't say you want to date. Doesn't say you think he, it looks good. Doesn't say anything other than you want to get lunch. And the answer, whether they're interested in you or not, is in their answer of saying yes or no. That might make it more awkward. They might go, I'm gay and married and no, but like you just asked for lunch and it's easy to get over versus, do you like me? I like you. I think we're getting along great. It's gotta go. Just say, do you want to do lunch? That's it. Your investment is a short sentence, possible awkward moment. And then, what is your return on that? You find out where you are, or you maybe get a date after the lunch. You find out that this person is interested. They're like, oh, I can't believe you even asked me. I was too shy. You have to break that ice. You have to get over your shyness. It's not unless you put something in, you don't get something out, and that's not just text talk.
That's a meet cute. I mean, that's a meet cute, right? Where both were consenting adults going, okay, yeah, we did this thing, and we both said it was okay, and we moved on. But
the shyness thing. I get it. It sucks. Like believe it or not, I'm here. I'm doing a talk show, and everybody who knows me will tell you I'm a loudmouth and. I'm not shy at all, and I will talk about anything and all those words. But when I was out in a bar, married or single or whatever I was never the first person to approach. Somebody else, something had to be going on. I had to be sitting near you, and a topic had to come up in the bar. And I say, but I've never been the, hey, how you doing? I get it. It's hard. But when you do want something, you have to reach out.
Yeah.
You have to overcome that shyness when it's something you want. No. And that's usually not what they want to hear, but I don't want to I've had people not yell at me, but come back. You obviously didn't read what I wrote. I can't do that. That's impossible. I'm like, you asked for advice and I'm sorry that you don't want to do anything, but the advice is you have to do something if you want to get what you're asking about.
Yeah.
Yeah. This week, speaking of advice, I've noticed there's a lot of, breakup-y stuff and a lot of people not getting over exes. And I don't know if it's the time of season where fall makes people remember fall of previous years or whatever. But I've seen a lot of I'm still stuck on my ex talk.
Yes.
Popping up.
Agreed. It could be that.
And again, that's almost a similar answer where you have to do something. And in a lot of these cases, I haven't done anything. I haven't done any work to improve myself. I haven't started looking for other people. I haven't upped my dating game. I haven't enlarged my social circles. I sat around and played video games, or I sat around. We're talking not like a month when you're not going to do any of those things in general. In a very year-long sense. One guy was 3 years and he had, COVID and a couple other things going on during that period. He's like, and then she was the only girl, the best relationship I'll ever have. And I'm like, dude, you're 28. You don't know what the best is. You haven't come anywhere near it. Like you've just started living a real adult life. You're not an expert on any of this, but you have to do these things. Like, but I'm like, but this entire time that he's saying that he hasn't, he's been too sick to do anything, he's posting about how he got 100% on Red Dead Redemption 2 and he got some rare car in GTA. I'm like, you have enough energy and brain power to go and beat these games. And I get it, if you're laid up in a bed and you can't breathe well and you have a headache, you could maybe pull some of that off, but you could put time into yourself in other ways. Even if you're not going out and meeting a girl, you could grow your social circle. You could learn a new skill. You could work on other things about yourself that you need to work on. But this guy did nothing, and now he's angry that he's still hooked on his ex. And that was one extreme example. But I saw a lot of those this particular week of people that were hooked on the past.
Yeah,
What's
it's
that from? We've tried nothing and it hasn't worked.
Yes. Yeah. I don't know what that's from, but yeah, it is.
This has to be. Sorry, I just saw one that caught me off guard here. This has to be a troll. My 24 or 23-year-old boyfriend. Oh, it's 23-year-old female and male. Sexually attracted to the green M&M. Should I break up with him? That's right, ladies and gentlemen. Here we are.
Can we get a picture of a sexy green M&M just so we can judge this?
Please.
So go ahead and read this obvious troll post.
Yeah, this is clearly, because this is written by a user, it's a fucking duck. So just pausing for that. All right. I knew my boyfriend was attracted to the green M&M since I met him. It was never an issue till now. He changed my contact name to Miss Green.
Oh, that's a compliment. That's a compliment.
Yeah, it gets worse. He only buys me green clothes now, and he even got me a pair of white boots to resemble the ones the M&M wears. I always thought this is gonna turn out to be like the movie Tusk, right? Like slowly but surely, like he starts like feeding her food to get her like plumped up, and starts like putting dye in like her.
I hope so. Let's keep going.
This is all right. Resemble blah, blah, blah. I always thought it was a joke. Be careful. Do not get us kicked off of all of them. I always thought it was a joke because that's how we are with each other. This past month, he has re-wedded that I only wear green, and if I don't, he ignores me until I put green outfit on. During sex, he moans Miss Green instead of my name, and he talks about sexual fantasies he has with the M&Ms. I'm beginning to feel like he wants to be with Miss Green instead of me. I tried to talk to him, but he says I'm overreacting. What should I do?
Has he tried eating cereal out of her asshole with a giant spoon?
Yeah.
Is that guy calling again?
I'll be right.
I think it's the same person. Yeah.
Oh, you think this is the yes. It could be. Yeah.
You know what? You should send a message and tell him hi.
I'm gonna.
I'm gonna send something to you guys on Discord. I don't know if it's it's on Instagram. It's got to be clean, right? Is that how Instagram works?
You ruined it.
Hey, it's a good thing we didn't scroll further.
Yeah, sure.
Oh yeah, look at that.
So I think that this you should write this troll person. You guy that used to call our show. They missed out on some things. Like he will only have sex with me with a mouthful of green M&Ms. He once tried to put one in my they could have went other places with it. I like the Tusk thing you went with.
Yeah.
Also, like I think it would have been it's really weird since I'm white and she's clearly chocolate. Something, you know what I mean? Like,
yeah, I'm not gonna respond to this. This is so insane. I can't. They were born in 2019, by the way. I'm not gonna. I thought that'd be fun to read, but I don't want to engage in that because that's just too insane. Like,
I put a little Instagram link in the private chat here if you want to. I don't know how clean it is because I can't watch it while I'm doing this. But
Robot is back online. Nice. I will send the next one over.
Hello, Mr. Robot.
Oh, there we go. And it's a TikTok. That's not Instagram.
I think we could probably show that.
Yeah, this is. I looked up Green M&M cosplay.
This is, yeah, that's the greatest video ever. I appreciate that. We're gonna play that, huh?
The multiplication table. I have a calculator, and my ass is fat.
So I'm just gonna go back to
Was that from Duke Nukem Forever?
that was Duke
First, I
Nukem.
don't like it. Yeah.
That was definitely an AI Duke Nukem piece. Yes. We're definitely going to need Robot to read here in the next few seconds.
All right, let's do that.
He's ready.
Oh, it's a she now?
Jane.
Really?
Hi, Jane.
Okay.
Jane, can you please read us this next question? The one thing about Duke Nukem was the music was always good anyway.
I mean, they really did put a lot of money into that and just that.
And just
Did you-
that. They
did you
didn't
play
hire
that-
writers. They didn't hire plot developers, programmers.
No. All right, here we go. This should be short,
Okay.
sweet, and petite. No, it's so long. That's what she said.
We can get AI to do a few more of these jobs in this show. We can all fuck off.
Yeah, I was literally gonna make that joke later.
Do
Yeah.
more than Thursday nights, that's for sure.
Oh my gosh, that's really funny and terrible at the same time. Oh, did I do the text? I did the texting at the club. We did that, right? Yeah, worst you could say is bye was there.
Yes.
Yeah.
There are a lot of really innocent ones today, which I think is kind of sweet.
Oh,
got it?
no. It figured it out.
What?
All right. Well, incognito didn't work.
Oh, I see what you're doing. It got your IP. It's okay.
I would change that if we weren't in the middle of a stream.
Oh, that
But hold on. I got a different idea.
NordVPN allows you to watch Netflix and fool this tiny little AI company. Screw them out of $20. NordVPN. That was our
Big-
ad segment, everybody. Chat.
Yeah. I wish we were big enough to get NordVPN. I'd definitely plug them. 412-254-4829. If you want to call in with your questions, comments, you want to derail us further into whatever we're going to be derailed into, please feel free to call us. We are looking forward to talk to you. Also, if you're one of the people we've reached out to, yes, we would love to have you on the show. If you called in last week or the week before, we'd love to get an update. Anybody who's been on the show before, as we get towards the end of the year, I'm going to definitely be reaching out to a lot of people to see if we can get some people back to give us updates. If the ones we can't get hold of, because obviously there's been some anonymous accounts and people don't necessarily want reached out to again. But where we can, we'd love to hear back from people.
Yeah, we actually we got a few people reaching out, to come back on, which it's been a lot of fun. How? I'm not even gonna ask.
Different computer. They really did just snag an IP there.
Yeah, they grabbed an IP. Yeah, I
There's got to be different services, right?
Yeah, I'll take a look.
No, yeah. He's trying to outsource us. It's all right.
It's just, hey guys, you don't need to show up next week. I got this.
I got it. It's just Josh laughing at us with like a bag of money and just doing that thing with coins that they did in those cartoons where they just do this.
That's it.
I cheated on my wife. I that's even more embarrassing. I cheated on my wife. She forgave me, but her family is still angry with me. Uh-oh. It is the consequences of our actions. 2 years ago, I attended a work party and ended up drinking excessively. I allowed myself to be carried away by the alcohol in the company of a coworker who was flirting with me. Again with the coworker. Anyway, I don't recall much of the events, but I am aware that I cheated on my wife with her. I confessed the truth to my wife, and she was devastated and furious. She mentioned that she is no longer trusted me and wanted a divorce. She also threatened to take our children and never let me see them again. I felt desperate and pleaded for a second chance, expressing my remorse and willingness to rectify my mistake. My wife, although angry, eventually granted me a second chance under certain conditions. I initiated individual and couples therapy with her. Hey, there we go. And completely abstained from consuming alcohol. Hell yeah. Over
Good,
time,
good.
our relationship significantly improved. Nonetheless, her family consistently regards me with disdain during family gatherings, despite my wife's forgiveness. They label me as a scoundrel, a betrayer, an alcoholic, and an inadequate father. They insist that my wife deserves someone superior to me and should have divorced me. I attempt to disregard these comments, but it's a challenging task. How can I enhance my relationship with my wife's family? Should I continue striving to bridge a gap, or would it be better to distance myself from them?
It would not be better to distance yourself from the family. They have more sway over her than you know. She is going against them in staying, but you got to realize they're every family member, everybody who cares about this person, about your wife, is going to think that you are a scoundrel and you're a cheater and you're lacking. You laughing there, Josh? No. They have a right to, and they're technically they're right because you did fuck up and you fucked up bad. You can't just like, well, she forgave me, it's all over. You have to make amends with everybody who's close to her, and that may include having tough conversations one-on-one, going out of your way and say, listen, I'd really like to talk with you. I understand why you're so upset and why you're angry with me to this day, because I did screw up and I was an alcoholic and I did cheat and I can't change any of that, but I'm changing every day. I'm becoming a better, stronger person that she deserves. And I get that you don't care about that, and I get that you don't see it. But you know what? I also deserve respect. And you know what? I'm not going to suck up to you, but I am going to work on my marriage. And whether you like that or not, this is what's important to me. I just hope someday you can forgive me. Find a way to word it so that they know that you're willing to talk about it, that you will, that you know, you understand why they're upset, because they should be upset, but you aren't going to put up with it. I've seen other people go through very similar, and it goes away over time as long as you remain that good, solid, steady person. I wouldn't keep addressing it and bringing it up. Let them know you're aware. Let them know you're willing to talk about it. If they want to talk some more, you're willing to talk one-on-one if they want to. But, you know, you stick to your guns. I've changed. I've done the right things. I'm working harder on this than I've ever worked on anything. She's forgiven me, and that's not a reason for you to forgive me. But I am more worried about my marriage than you liking me. Something along those lines, to let them know what your stance is. I think, yeah, you fucked up. You have to pay for it. You know, like it's like if you break a law, you could be sorry about it, but you're still going to jail. You still have to pay for the crime you did. And it's not just what you did to her. They love her. You did it to them too, in their minds. They've put her at risk. So, yeah, it sucks, but you earned it.
Yep.
You have to swim through the river of shit. Yeah.
No, that's exactly it. I mean,
That's what you have to do, is earn their trust back. Like you did with your wife. You guys had to go through things. You had to discuss it. You had to go to counseling. You did all those things. You didn't do those things with her family, who obviously are going to be on her side no matter what. And you're going to have to do that. That could take years if it happens at all.
Yeah, it sucks, but this is what. Listen, you did the right thing in fixing this. You went to counseling. You quit drinking. These are hard things, and you did the right thing. And I think you're on the right track with your wife. But you know, they need they need to see it too, and it might take them a lot longer because they don't see you every day like she did. So she does.
I'm gonna reach out to this person. I know
Do they have a lot of replies? Is this like a ton of replies posted?
No. This is a touchy one. People generally don't want to talk with this type of situation. They'll talk about fucking old mop water all day long. Well,
I mean, if they posted it hours ago, then whatever. Plus, the other problem is with them married, she's in the house. He's probably not going to get on a phone, and if he did, you know what I mean? Like, he might have to hide it, which is the opposite of what we'd want anyway.
Yeah. Actually, that's a valid point. But we've had people call in.
Yes, if you'd like to call,
literally,
we'd like to discuss
yeah.
this with you. Yeah.
But I will say, probably the most direct, blunt answer, which I don't disagree with, was given by user Tuna Fart. Welcome to the relationship.
All the good names are taken.
Yeah. They said, you bought this. You own it. They're right that she deserves better. You keep bridging that gap no matter what, and as long as it takes. You shouldn't even have to ask, for fuck's sake. Yep. I mean, it's brutal, but yeah, it's you made your bed. I mean, you should keep going, keep working, put your head down, and keep moving forward to improve.
Yeah, listen, and I want to be clear. I'm not down on this guy
right.
for the cheating, right? That we all know, bad. You fucked up. That was stupid. It was selfish. It was dangerous to her and yourself, to your family. Everything you can say negative about it is absolutely true, but you did the right thing in trying to fix it. You were lucky that she accepted that. You're lucky that it worked, because a lot of people go through the counseling, and a lot of people quit the drinking, and a lot of people do all the things, and she can't get over, the wife or the husband who's been cheated on can't get over the resentment. Some will just immediately end it and never talk to you again about anything. You've talked to them through lawyers. You got lucky in a lot of ways. Be glad for what you have, and try to work for more. I get that, but again, I'm not saying that you're a bad person because you cheated. You were a bad person when you cheated. I believe you're a good person, and you're working around the fuck up. Yeah, I want to make sure it says like, oh, you screwed up. You get what you deserve. In a way, yes, you do get what you've earned, but you're also lucky in a lot of ways. So,
right,
and the effort put in there in doing the counseling, having those discussions, owning up to it, stopping drinking, recognizing what those issues are, and addressing them head on, is more than most people do ever. So, yeah, those are all great steps, but there are other things to be done there, and that's it's going to take time.
Yeah, at this point, the ball's out of his court. I mean, that's just, he has no say now. Like, could keep showing improvement.
Mostly.
He can say, I will talk to you about it if you want to talk. I'm here.
I didn't mean that way. I mean,
I know. Like he doesn't get to change their minds.
Right.
He could just put himself out there as the person he is now, and whether they accept that or not is up to them. But over time, you will win most people over by just being a good, better person.
Yeah, I would say do a solo act of Hamilton end to end in a private setting with the family, and that should rectify everything.
Use sock puppets. People love sock puppets.
Or Jane as the AI voice if you have $20. Yeah. All right,
Jane.
gentlemen.
What'd you call me?
Oh, I said gentlemen.
I like it. I'll accept it.
Speak for yourself.
Gentle persons. Oh, my back's a little cranky tonight.
Another meme one. All right, I was gonna say let's start wrapping up, but I want to get Nathaniel's blood pressure up a little bit just by doing another one of these.
Okay, let's do this.
Was I wrong for breaking up with my boyfriend?
Yes.
Breaking up of 3 years after I found a deleted message on his phone. Here we go. I found a deleted message on his phone today. It was a meme about having sex. Also, he changed the name of her. There's a meme about having sex, but then he goes, also, he changed the name of her contact to a guy's name. Oh, so I went, all right. No, it was her. She blocked me on Instagram, which I thought was super weird because I never talked to her. She only knows me from pictures. And he told me that he confronted her and she denied blocking me. But on another account, I could see her account. I confronted him about it, and his body language changed completely. He went completely white and started trembling. This is the first deleted message I have found of girls. Oh, this isn't the first deleted message I found of girls. He says he does that because I am super jealous and crazy, and he has never cheated on me. 3 years of my life I have given to this man. I feel so betrayed. Any advice?
Break up.
Yeah, it's just
you don't trust him. Yeah, like I believe that he was right when he said you're crazy, jealous, and blah blah. I honestly believe he's cheating too. Don't get me wrong, but Yeah, and she probably has a reason not a reason to. There's never a reason to spy on somebody and dig in like you are. You're not a private investigator. Don't do that work. If you're doing that work, you're not putting work into being in an actual relationship. End it.
No, it's already ended. It's already done.
Yeah.
Yeah. She needed validation, and
Oh, it was done. I didn't hear that part. That's
yeah.
weird.
It was. Was I wrong for breaking up?
Oh no. Okay. Yeah.
This was a
She's
rage.
definitely
Like
right.
there's no punctuation words, or like she was definitely very like angry or something when she posted this.
Yeah,
I
the
mean,
story
this
was
is-
just the emotional high points. It wasn't the story as it happened. It was like, and then.
Can you
with
believe
the
this?
deleted-
And you're like, yeah, unfortunate, very
yeah,
unfortunate.
If you can't trust somebody, don't date them. It's
Yeah.
Again, my first rule, and this is chapter 1, or not chapter 1. I will have a thing of rules in my book, and rule number 1 is don't date somebody you don't trust. Rule number 2 is don't date somebody who doesn't trust you. They both broke both of those rules. They were doomed.
Yeah, it's
Even if he was, whether he was cheating or not, and I believe he was.
Yeah.
They were still breaking both rules.
that was a 39-year-old female and a 43-year-old male.
16-year-olds are just making up numbers now, man.
Yep. Anywho, all right, gentlemen.
Sound like an adult problem is what I'm saying.
No. Definitely not.
We are at the time, is what you're saying.
Yes.
All right, let's get out of here. Let's do it. Hey, to everybody who didn't call in, we missed you.
Yeah.
Tell us next week.
Yeah, every 3 shows we have a nice rest day. So.
Yeah, it was good.
We'll have Jane the robot back with us next time.
Yeah.
All right, everybody, have a wonderful evening. Again, I'm not getting the phone number out now. It's too late. But if you do have a question or comment, please join our Discord server. Please let us know. Send a message on Reddit. Send a message on the relationshipsmith.com via the relationshipsmith.com website. We do want to talk with you. Set up something for next week if you want to be live with us. Have yourself a wonderful weekend.